As a job seeker, you may think that all open jobs are advertised. But if you think that, you might be making a big mistake. Hi, I'm Shelley Piedmont. I'm a former recruiter turned career coach, and my goal is to help you thrive and not just survive your job. So many job seekers, their sole strategy is to go to job boards, look to see what's available, and apply. But I'm here to tell you that not all jobs will be found on job boards. And so today's video, I'm going to talk about 5 reasons why an employer may decide not to put a job on a job board. So the first reason is cost. So many job boards will require a fee to put those jobs on their job board. In fact, most job boards do that. So depending on the organization and their budget, they may have a lot of money set aside for job advertising. They may have a little, or there are even some organizations that have no money available for job advertisements. So that team has to decide how to use that money efficiently, just like we all do for our own budgets. And it may be that it makes sense for them in that particular job to not advertise it, to not incur the cost of putting it on a job board, either a general job board or even a niche job board. Everyone has to make decisions that is right for them, and putting it on a job board may not be right. Now, there are some job boards that may use web crawlers to kind of scrape jobs that they find, but then you're relying on the fact that they are going to pick up all those jobs. And again, if those jobs are not on the internet anywhere, that web crawler is not going to be able to find them either. So cost, that could be a very good reason why an employer is not putting their jobs on a job board. The second reason is that that employer may decide that networking is a better way for them to find the candidates that they want for a particular job opening. That could be that maybe they have very robust networks, and so they feel confident that through their network they'll be able to find a sufficient number of candidates. And remember, their network could be the recruiter, it could be the hiring team, it could be even people within the organization, and it could be outside the organization. So it could be suppliers, vendors, even clients. So they may choose to do that instead of putting the job on a job board. The other reason could be that they're looking for specific skills or experience that maybe are harder to find. And therefore, if they put it on a job board, they feel like they may get a lot of people who are unqualified for the role, and therefore they would rather use their network and be able to explain what they're looking for through their network to be able to find the right kind of people. So that's a reason why an employer may not want to use a job board. If you like this video, I would appreciate it if you give it a like and subscribe to my channel. The third reason is because it could be a confidential replacement. So what does that mean? So that means that there's somebody currently in the position, and for whatever reason they have decided that they do not want to continue to employ that person. And so what they're doing is looking for that replacement before they terminate that employee. So obviously in that case, they would not want to advertise the job, because that employee or people within the organization may find out about that opening And obviously that could cause quite a bit of issues before they have dealt with that particular person. And so in that case, they may use their network to find individuals if they know their network can be confidential, or they may go to a outside agency, third-party recruiter, and that agency will do a confidential search and use their network to try to find people. So that would be another reason why a job opening is not advertised. A fourth reason would be if that recruitment team decides that if they put the job on a job board, they're going to be inundated with applications. That could be hundreds or even thousands. And with a recruitment team that maybe has limited resources, they know that that is something that is going to take a lot of effort to go through. And if it is a position that they feel like they can easily fill without having to go to a job board, they may decide to use other methods to try to fill that position that make it a little bit easier for that particular hiring team to manage that process. So that could be a reason. And the fifth reason could be that that particular employer has a preference for hiring internally. I think most of us would appreciate when an employer wants to look within that organization for to move people up, as opposed to going outside that organization. So if it is an internal preference, then they may only really be advertising that within that organization that the position is available and looking for people internally within that organization for vetting for those roles. Now, some cases they will consider external people if they're very well qualified, but in that case, what they may do is look at that more from a networking standpoint, and only if that person is really, really a good fit would they even look at them and bring them through the recruitment process. So definitely they would not advertise. So what does this all mean? So it does mean that there could be a good percentage of jobs that are not advertised. And so for those job seekers who are only looking at job boards, you could be missing out on a lot of opportunities. Now, some people call this the hidden job market. I don't think that's truly accurate. I would more call it the unadvertised job market. But what I would suggest is make sure that you're networking, talking to people you already know, as well as building your network with people that are working at your target companies or in your target roles, or hire for the type of role you want. That way you can have those people understand what's going on in their networks and hopefully bring opportunities to you, many of them that might not be advertised. Another thing is depending on your level and also what kind of role you're looking for, a recruitment agency or third-party recruiters may be a great help to your job search. They usually have specialties or niches that they work in, and so look for those that would align with what you're looking for. They may have opportunities as well.